Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another deck guide for you. It's time to get our hands dirty. We're playing Viper Witchers on the pro ladder this time, no fear. And believe me, this gameplay is worth watching. These are some of the most exciting games I've played in a really long time, and we flex on the pro ladder and it looks pretty good. So let's look at the deck list real quick. And I'm going to jump into the gameplay because you've seen a lot of Viper Witcher experimentations on the channel here and there, but this is the real trial. So let's check this out. So this is the Witcher deck. This is the best I can get it right now. And I did actually, you'll hear me muse a lot in the video about trying a version that's actually using lockdown instead of tactical decision, which would mean that you have to cut out something like Yennefer's Invocation. I actually felt like the lockdown version, I played a good session with tactical decision version and a lockdown version. I did terribly with the lockdown version, but this version did quite well. And I want to talk about the unique pressure situations that this deck puts your opponent in and the stuff you can fight your way out of. Because in a lot of cases, passing is correct here. Setting up, destroying the opponent's deck, and passing is very correct because you have some pretty damn good long round cards here. So starting at the very top, Tactical Decision gives us the ability to play 2 cards at once in a critical moment. And in most cases, this is to save our lives. But if we get to round 3, it's just gravy on top. But enabled to actually save our lives and give us last say, sometimes to avoid being bled or to avoid losing a round or pushing properly, it's beneficial to push with Tactical Decision. You have a number of cards that help you with Tactical Decision, specifically Yennefer's Invocation, as you can take an enemy unit and then immediately play it with Tactical Decision. You also have Doadrick, which allows you to draw off the top of your deck and generally cycle very well. One of my favorite cards in the game right now and very, very underplayed. Syndicate already does this very well with Eavesdrop, but Doadrick is very strong, I feel like, in Nilfgaard, but specifically because we are running agents such as the Courier. And now the Courier also helps us with Tactical Decision because we get to actually see what we are tactically about to decide to play. So there's a lot of ways that you can protect yourself, but usually that extra push of 2 cards will be the difference maker if you use it at the right time. But the million-dollar question is, when do we want to use it? So while I'm down here in the bronze section, let's talk about the killer combo that this deck has to work with the bronze cards, and that's specifically Courier and Viper Witcher. Courier allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, reorder them in a certain way, and then the Viper Witcher can start to cut those cards away. I don't like Viper Witcher in a vacuum. However, when you combine it with Courier, it's more of a conscious choice. It's a bit more strategic, and it's not a high roll. Now I'm actually choosing to do what I'm doing. It kind of removes the high rolly aspect of it, even though you are still very much looking for great cards to mill. But because you have more control over it, it feels like it's a more fair way to play it. Like for me, for my morals, I'm not disturbed by playing this card if I'm playing it with Courier. Now, the Viper Witcher alone completely warps your opponent's game plan. If you are actually destroying a key gold card, which happens, I would say, half the time, maybe even less than that. The original deck didn't have one-ofs like Bomb Heaver, Diviner, or even the Arbalest. I actually felt like it was pretty easy to include techs. Let's say you don't need the Arbalest, and let's say you don't need any of these cards. Well, that's where Doadrick comes in. A lot of the cards you don't need to play them. You will cycle through your deck and usually just mulligan them away. However, there are also some really good situations here. The Van Morlehelm Hunter being a lock is usually fine because the locks are pretty strong right now. I think that, especially in the early game, but sometimes when it comes down to the opponent playing a crazy bleed on you or going for a short round, there's a key lock that could really make a difference. And also the Slave Driver being something that could be very realistically accessible with Tactical Decision, and knowing you could have a bunch of locks between the Van Morlehelm Hunter, Auckes, who is looking pretty good right now in this meta. There's a lot of ways to get a bunch of locks on the board. And Letho also can put another lock on the board. The Slave Driver can sometimes come down hitting at 5 or 6. So the bronzes they are what they are. They're meant to be played in round 1. They're meant to be played to put pressure on your opponent, specifically with the Viper Witcher. Especially once you play the Courier, your opponent might be looking to stop what you're about to do. And there are some variants here. At one point I was running Roderick. At other points I was running Peter, Vanemar, and Traheaern. You see actually in the very first gameplay of this video, you won't have Traheaern in this deck probably, because I needed to make room for some of these techs. I think that the Bomb Heaver, the Diviner, specifically the Diviner, for the Purify, and the Arbalest are worth being just that much more trolly. But Traheaern is a really good card to take round 2 if your opponent is passing. So be careful. You might want to play this card, and you might have room for it. You don't have to play these techs. You could downgrade one of these to a 4, and then upgrade one of these tech cards to Traheaern. Or Vanemar if you want to play with the locks. Peter if you need an extra reset and Geralt Axii isn't doing enough for you. You can choose. However, the gold part of this list is pretty locked in. I don't think I can be convinced to change any of these gold cards. Vesemir Mentor is the slow card. The reason why I'm not really running Traheaern as much, or maybe even Vanemar because of the top deck, is you don't want to have too many slow cards. The Viper Witchers are already not that speedy. And now you have Vesemir Mentor, who is your carryover card. Vesemir Mentor is why we are running Royal Decree, specifically, because he kind of has to come out early or it's really difficult. If he's not coming out early or helping you get through round 2 on a pass, it's bad. But that's why Royal Decree is good, and that's why Doadrick is likely to find you either Decree or Mentor. You have all your mulligans as well. The Courier maybe can set up an earlier draw for yourself. There's lots of ways to get it in your hand, and it's reliable enough that I would keep it in. It is worth it because we are playing the Witchers with the big bodies. 5 is where you start here. You have to start at 5 if you have to be this tall to ride the Witcher ride. Letho Kingslayer, Axii, Pathfinder, Evo, Letho, and then the Witcher trio. Those are the Witchers that are all coming in at 6 and up. Specifically, Eskel is playing at 8, Evo is playing at 6, Kingslayer is playing at 6, whatever is being copied, and if it's Eskel, it's going to be 7. So these are all pretty good things to be looking forward to. But then you also have the tall removal of Yenneru's Invocation, the sheer point destroying of Geralt Axii, and the lockdown potential of Auckes. I missed playing the Witcher trio. This is a solid little group of cards right now at 7, 7, and 8. Serret is 7 points at worst, but sometimes you can get that extra swing in if you don't need to use Auckes. But Auckes and Dragolarvas, the siege machines, if you need to just set up a bunch of locks on crows, there's a lot of Whoreson Senior and Cut-Ups are the lackeys. You can lock both of them. You can lock the Trebs. You can lock portal targets. Auckes is a superstar right now. I very rarely felt like this card was not good, even just being a 6-point card that locks just fine. And then you have Letho, which is the superpower version, the 7-point version that also damages by 3 in some situations. These are a lot of points and just can't be trifled with. It's very hard to bleed this deck when, like, I'll pass early. Red coin, I'll pass. I'll take the long round. Evo into Eskel Pathfinder with Fion, or Eskel Pathfinder being doubled up by Letho Kingslayer, being protected by Evo. It's a big deal. And if you're just able to destroy, if Evo gets unanswered, it's pretty awesome. I'm just rambling right now because I just cut this footage, and these are some great games. Please let me know what you think about them. If you like the video, if it's your first time here, hit all the buttons, like and subscribe. I love you guys who are publicly showing that you are subscribed to me. It fills my heart with joy. I look for that stuff because I know that half of you who watch the video, you're scared to subscribe. You know, sometimes you see a cat video, you watch it, you like it, and all of a sudden YouTube thinks that all you care about is cat videos, and you're just scared to do that. I feel for you, but do it anyway. Hit the buttons. I'll see you next time, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. It's called the Zoomies. Everybody with a dog knows that every dog does this, right? Zoe, where are we going? Where do the Witchers chill? I guess they comfortably chill in Nilfgaard, where the Viper School is. I actually like the Nilfgaard board as it stands. I deserve better. Your old dog would get the zoomies and rub his face all over the floor like a giant napkin. Yeah, Gretchen, Zoe does that too. I call it land sharking, where she's just like, I just destroyed my my headphones. Ooh, pincer maneuver.
You want peace? Fight for it.
Ooh, we got the oh man, we've got the opening salvo here. Courier, Viper, Doadrick, Traheaern, and Vesemir Mentor without Royal Decree required. It's honestly such a good hand.
Left, right, left, right.
I live to serve you.
All right, kind of bricky. So it's a weird question, Metal Knot. I would say that I'm not a full-time streamer, but I would also say that it's kind of the only thing I really do to support myself right now. That because I mean I do a lot of creative work that is, you know, the fruits of that stuff is you know, sometimes I really wonder if my ideas are that great, but I usually do creative work, but I stream most of the time. I love making videos. I think I just need to be a little bit more consistent and manage my time a bit better to really be able to answer that question. So what is the play here? My opponent is like, whatever, do your shit. I'm going to actually just try to control some of these points here, so it won't take me too long to get it. Anyway, I would like to be able to say that I'm going to... Oh, he has the treb. So wait, so I'm going to... Well, he's not actually Henseld. It doesn't matter if I take the treb away from him. I mean, I'm really not 100% sure here. I think it's Vesemir now. Doadrick, I know. I think in a truly competitive situation here, my hand was not strong enough. Or I just pass here, maybe. So, do I sound weird? Do I sound weird on my mic right now? A couple of people talking about the mic. People expect you to see Mask Gray and you're like, nah, dog, Witchers. The pass here. I don't know what I'm not really sure. Like when I play this against my subs, somehow it all works out. This is good. This is good. This is going to be okay. So we're probably just going to get rid of, like, the Viper Witchers are probably, I mean, pincer maneuver, right? Like, it's got to be in his deck. So, like, so what do we have here? Yenvo, we have 4 cards we need to get in our hand. We have access to one of them. This in theory is worth more than the Viper Witcher, right? Good. So we have Geralt probably. We'll have Geralt for, I don't know.
Here's our chance.
I'm really going to be, it's going to be a real Hail Mary on the leader here. I'm not sure what I'm going to see. World Decree is the only thing that can allow me, like, I really want to see. Okay, that's whatever. It's gonna be Fionn now. Could have taken something good out of his draws though, rather than the 2 points. No, Traheaern got me Baron. Like, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be... Auckes might get the extra locks here. I get double lock on the battering ram here.
Who is to die?
It's pretty good, huh? Now, what would be even better is if I get Slave Driver on Tactical Decision right now and kill the Trebuchet. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to look. So we get... Well, I got to take Evo, right? Even though this kills the thing, I got to take Evo here, right? It's just so much better.
Let's make this quick.
I mean, I can just lock the other Treb. I just lock it all, right?
The quill is mightier than the sword.
Botchling? Okay. I can just kill the Botchling with Letho. I really need to get Eskel on the board right now though, because I'm missing a lot of value. Okay, so now I can safely play the Master of Disguise that this bombardment is kind of done with here.
100 faces, all yours to command.
Sarah will be doing 2 damage, so I guess we can set this up.
Sure, no problem.
Damn. We're pushing here.
I'll behave, I promise.
Is this coming together, dudes? Is this coming together?
This could hurt.
He's finally killing Fionn.
I cannot fail. Beaters, forward! Let the hunt begin.
Let the hunt begin. I'm just not sure. I feel like I'm gonna have to use. Maybe I should have saved the lock, but don't I have the other lock in here if I really, really, really need it? No, I don't. Do I?
Gladly help, if I live to see it.
Purify and reset a unit, you say? Purify and reset a unit, you say? Oh, that's. So I get 2 points here, but I get 3 points here if I purify this, right? Well, that came together. That came together. What's this last card, though? Oh, And what's this last card, though? It's Geralt of Rivia. It's gonna knock out Eskel, but it's not gonna be enough. Undefeated. Undefeated. The power. It was there.
The North must be destroyed.
I have been checking my opponent's names, by the way. Call of Harmony. Okay. The locks seem like they'd be really important. They'd get a lot of mileage for me. As with this.
Yes?
Oh, baby. Look at these 2 hits. We're going to get Vernacial and Auckes. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's a little nasty, huh?
Time to get our hands dirty.
I will play Royal Decree to find the other Viper Witcher. Really, I will. It's awful, but I will. I filter too well to like think I'm not gonna get it.
Here's our chance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh! Oh! The talent. I'm not going to get a GG. I'm not going to get one. I can just kiss that one goodbye, right? Speaking of okay, I hope you're all okay, my friends. I hope you're all coping with another week of whatever your country is imposing, be it lockdown, curfews, or strong recommendations on how you can be a better person in this crazy time. We are up against Thrive, Fruits of His Gith. Little gurney action here. We're going second. There's the courier I was hoping to see. Watch him play too and me hit Auckes. Well, I don't have Royal Decree.
Without hesitation.
This makes the most sense. Like, we're banishing cards, right? So I want to hit... We want to banish... Like, we banish the ghoul food, but if we kill the ghoul, it's just never going to be that 9 points. Seems like that's... Now we at least... We also know how our opponent is considering... How they might be considering the play here. I swear to God, if he just plays Auckes, or if he just plays another egg right here and I don't have Auckes, what a pain in the ass that is, huh? How am I gonna win this game?
To do business with you is ever a pleasure.
How am I gonna beat this guy?
chance.
I feel like I could be taking advantage of other cards, like other good banish cards. Like this is really like a deck disabler. Maybe I should be playing Lockdown. I should be playing Lockdown. What if I did play Lockdown? If I was playing Lockdown, I think I would have won every game I've lost. Assuming that they couldn't play their leader. Obviously, they'd play the game differently, and I'd have a different deck. So never mind, but... How good is this card to have? How good is this card to have handy? I'd say very. I'd say very to extremely good. Did I actually, fuck, how do I do this? I guess I just diviner it.
Stars contend you shall be victorious today.
What's up, Greedy Pete? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit all of the stuff if it's your first time here, and it's also great to see you. We are not really playing mill. We're playing Witchers, which involves milling. Hard to explain, but Courier Viper Witcher is actually one of my favorite combos in the game. Griffin.
Too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit. I'm too old for this shit. How dope would it be if I could have a Geralt leader for this deck? A Viper to concede deck? It's happened today already. It's happened today already. The scoia'tael victory was delicious. We mill Great Oak Vernacial, concede. 3 cards in. So that seems like the invoke card. I think I'm playing leader now just to stay ahead. This is what I get, huh? Nothing to lock. Anyway, I'm not going to play Gurn because I don't want it in my graveyard to be scooped up. What's going on, Greedy Pete with the sub? Greedy Pete 69,000. Thanks so much for the support, and thanks everybody who's joined the channel today. Arash 2331, Overlord 420, Lieutenant Kickass QC with the 25-month resub, Danny Ellie 1, Ty Me 91, Bujal Kali, and now Greedy Pete. Thanks so much. Man, the Arbalest is it gets me ahead here. But I know the Arbalest is going to save me. This is a tough call.
Wise choice.
So, I mean, I don't know. What would you have done there? We don't have protection for Egurn anymore. Definitely don't want Egurn to get. Although we can just lock. No. Bomb Heaver. Did we not have Geralt in our hand? That's really bad. Or we don't have Geralt or Decree. That sucks. Okay.
Witchers never die in their beds.
Control from here. Oh, yo, the Auckes lock. How dope is this? I need to play Gurn earlier rather than later. There's just no point to use the charge here. Aw, yeah, the double lock. Dandelion Poet. An extra 4 points for my boy. We got this bad card here, though. He's going to consume a Griffin. It's going to be a 10-pointer. Parasite. That is painful. That is painful right there. That is painful. Because we know what's going to happen here and we don't have Geralt to purify. But we wouldn't have that option anyway. But we would have an option on one of these cards. Like, Geralt would have been such a massive card for us. Alright.
I'll behave, I promise.
Bomb Heaver was a bad choice. Oh, he's got a Bomb Heaver too. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Yeah, Auckes is turning out to be quite strong in this deck, I would say, yeah. I think that Lockdown might actually be the... I think I actually might want to play a Lockdown version of this deck. Kikimor Worker. Yo, and I actually get to kill this.
They're dead already.
Damn, I have a lot of points. Did I win? So he still gets to play... He plays Azrael into Igurn ultimately, but does it matter? Did I just win? He's savoring the moment. If he does have me beat, he's really savoring the moment here. Oh, is this is the classic taunt disconnect? The old I refuse to give you the satisfaction. How dare this stupid deck beat me? There we go. There we go. I am inevitable. Oh dear. Connection was lost. Damn, I guess we'll never know. Guess we'll never know, bud.